first few kilometers today were around the village of Mestia. The village is 1,500 meters above sea level and is surrounded by mountains. In the village itself, there is a chairlift that takes you to the top of a mountain that is a ski resort. My goal was to go as high as possible on the slopes. At the top of everything, I had understood that there was a restaurant, and the truth is that I found one that was a restaurant cafeteria, but it was closed. There was only one guard, and he told me to go inside. I didn't have lunch early Wednesday morning. I was hoping to have lunch up here. This is the ski slope where the cabins come in, and next to it is a restaurant, a cafeteria restaurant. I was hoping to have lunch up here, but it turns out it's closed. It's snowing a lot, God willing. And today there are many kilometers to do in this whole area. Uphill, downhill, mountains. And Mestia, which is a very nice mountain village. Come on, today is going to be a great day, for sure, because the roads are brutal. I already did a very nice one. Let's do the next one. I changed track number 3. This is the end of 2. Now I'm starting Ascent 3. In the morning, I left the guest house and went up the mountain to Hatsvali, the ski resort. Then I went to Atzi, and from there to Zhamushi, and then to Tetnuldi. I came down again and went to Ushguli. From there, I turned to Shkhara Glacier. And from there, I took the reverse route and crossed Latpari Pass. Finally, I completed the whole route and returned to Mestia. The drone is full of insect debris, which probably came close during flight and crushed them all. Now I have to clean it up, the Atisuk, and now I have to go back to Mestia. On this route, you can see several mountains, hermitages, defense towers, and beautiful mountain villages. Finally, the road leads back to Mestia. It is about 167 kilometers that I hope to do today. We'll see if the weather allows it. Right now it is perfect, the sun is out and the fog has lifted. You are restoring this defense tower. Very good. This is the original one. It didn't need to be restored. And when they are done with this one, there's another one next door. It's a small village, maybe 5 or 6 families. It's a very beautiful village, now really beautiful. They put a lot of emphasis on tourism and restoration. There's a ski slope up here, and up here it's called Gimyevki. It's 3,183 meters high, but I'm at about 3,000 meters, and that's where it ends because the whole slope is still covered with snow. The first part is passable, but after that, all the snow is sloping. So when I pass the quad sideways, it is when it is more sensitive and therefore more dangerous to fall. Also, with the snow, the weight and the slope, I would go down the gorge. Because this is where it ends, it was phenomenal. I met many people trekking on the same track where the 4x4s pass and where I passed with the quad. There were Georgians and some Russians trekking on the same track where the 4x4s pass and where I passed with the quad. But so far I did not find any tourists. In Turkey, I found only one tourist, 2 Italians. Brutal, huh? Brutal. Too bad we can't go a little higher. Those 183 meters were maybe 2 more kilometers of track. What a pity. But what a beautiful day. On the way up, it has dispersed the fog because everything was covered and has dispersed it. It's a great day. It's getting gray, but it's great. I'm going west and then I'm going south. It's beautiful. Beyond here is Russia, about 25 or 30 kilometers away. Come on, it's a spectacular day. Then I went down to Ushguli, a town of 228 people. That is a little more than 10% of Mestia. And if I liked Mestia, I fell in love with Ushguli. What a beautiful people. It also has defense towers in the middle of the mountain. Wow. It must be extremely cold here in winter. The only way to get here is a dirt road made of flagstones and paved along the river. There are some tricky parts to get through. If this winter was very cold and there were many avalanches or the snow smeared the track, they will have to repair it often. So sometimes they will have to cut it off. God bless the people of Ushguli. Fabulous. And from Ushguli, I went to the Shkhara Glacier. What an amazing landscape. This time, yes. Huh? All the way to the end, huh? Impressive. There's no more track here. It ends here with the glacier. Brutal. It's raining 4 drops. And I just came from over there where it was sunny. Wow. It's sunny over there. I'll be right back, boss. It's a little overcast here. And it's raining a little bit. But what a brutality. The track ends right here. Well, it goes up a little bit, but we're not going. There's nothing there. And the quad is over there, right? Brutal. Brutal. It's beautiful. Too bad about the water. Too bad about the 4 drops. But there's still a lot of snow. It's not like we're at a high altitude, right? But it's impressive. The way the sun comes up over there, it's beautiful. Let the fog lift. And now, well, if I can fly the drone a little bit lower, because with water, bad. And we are not here to lose the drone, poor thing, which has been very well behaved so far. And as for the quad, great. What a machine. What a machine. At no time did I feel like I was losing traction. not at all. And up, come on, again. And when I find a place where it's not raining, I'll fly the drone. What a cool track I got today. It's awesome. What a spectacular privilege. From there, I went back to Ushguli to continue the route. With all the stops I made today and flying the drone, it was a shame not to be able to fly it over the glacier because it was raining. I finished the track and I'm starting the fourth one. I have this fourth and the fifth left, and I'm going to Armenia. Then I'll stay in Armenia and go back to Georgia to go to Azerbaijan, where Armenians and Azerbaijanis don't get along. But it's 5 o'clock and I leave because it's still sunny. It's a fabulous day and I want to enjoy it to the fullest. Mud and pasta everywhere. Let's get to work. It's 17:30. The road is back this way. Things are getting complicated because I put my raincoat back on a while ago and it's foggy and I have very little visibility. But it had to rain to make it a round day, right? How are you doing, quad? Great. It's spectacular. The tracks are beautiful. Come on, let's get to work. This stain is gasoline that comes out of the gas cap pump when I go uphill. When I go uphill, the gas fills up to here and comes out of the quad. So I pump it all the way to the tank. Wow, top of the line. I'm afraid I'm going to run out of gas on this stretch over here. But how beautiful it is, huh? I'm going to climb that one and count what must be falling over there, huh? I'm coming from there and storm is falling. If I solve the gasoline problem, I'll see if I can really get through. And if not, I'll go down. Because the climb was brutal, right? The descent will also be pretty tough. And a good dinner. Because I spent a lot of energy today. At the moment, I'm still on top. I'm starting to find snow. But you can pass it quietly on the side. The problem will be that it is obviously higher and there seems to be more snow. And I may have to turn around and drop anchor behind. And behind me, a storm is waiting. I've been hearing thunder for a while now. And I still have an hour of useful sunshine left. Forward, I finally gave up, but the problem was the snow. I was covered in snow. I also had no visibility. So I have at most 1 hour of useful light left, but with the fog, so it's not worth the risk to go into the high mountains with snow and a quad and down. What a brutality of the mountains. There the snow and the fog came together, spectacular. As I still had an hour of light, I turned around and the decision was to return to a safe area. So I walked the whole route in the opposite direction and stayed overnight in Mestia in the same guest house with the same lady.